Is America our home or not? This is a debate on Black American identity. It may not be specifically Black Americans because this topic is broad. It may be the Caribbeans or Blacks in diaspora in general. You may be in England, UK. You may be in the Caribbean, Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, any other country, any other continent, any other island which is not Africa, but you're Black. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we have a heated but respectful debate on a topic that sparks a lot of discussion. Is America our home, or do we have a deeper connection to Africa? This was inspired by some of the comments I got on my first video when I was calling upon Black people in the diaspora to go back home. I realized something, that this topic was so deeper than I thought. When I started reading comments, that's when I understood it. I cannot just wake up and tell people, grown-up people, that leave everything you have and go to Africa. I have to understand who they are and what they believe, something that I have done. So this was a debate. On one side, we have Mike, who believes that Black Americans are fully American and should embrace this country as home. On the other side, so Mike says America is where we were born, where we live, and where we fight for our rights. This is home. Well, on this other side, we have Lisa, who believes Black Americans should acknowledge their African roots and keep that connection alive. Lisa says, I believe our history in Africa matters just as much as our present in America. So I asked Mark, why do you say America is our only home? Mark told me that our ancestors were forced here, but we built this country with our blood, sweat, and tears. We created culture, music, and movements that shaped America. Why should we act like we don't belong? Then I asked Lisa, what's your response? Lisa told me, I hear Mike, but just because we live here doesn't mean we should forget where we come from. Our history didn't start with slavery. We had kingdoms, civilizations, and cultures in Africa before even America existed. So I asked Lisa, do you think Black Americans should feel a connection to Africa? Lisa told me absolutely. So much of what we do, our music, our traditions, even our food, has African influence. And look at other communities. The Jewish people connect to Israel. Italians embrace their heritage. Why shouldn't we? I told Mike, what do you think? Mike told me, I respect Africa, but let's be real. Most of us don't know where exactly in Africa our ancestors came from, which is true. We've been here for centuries. Fighting for change in America is more important than looking back. So I told them, some say Black Americans don't feel fully accepted in America. Does that affect this debate? Lisa told me, yes, we are still dealing with racism, police brutality, and inequality. Sometimes it feels like no matter how much we contribute, we are still treated as others. That's why knowing our African roots can be empowering. Mike said, I get that, but running away to Africa isn't the answer. We have to claim our space here. If we keep saying America isn't ours, we're letting racism win. So I told them, this has been a powerful conversation before we end, what's your final message? Lisa told me, Black Americans should embrace both our home in America and our roots in Africa. It's not about choosing one over the other. Mike says, I agree we should know our history, but we can't let it make us feel like strangers in our own country. America is ours too. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section, but let me first give you my thoughts. Well, I do believe that I do understand, in fact, I do understand when an American or Black American says America is home. Because if I was to be in the shoes that a Black American is in, for example, if I was born in America, I have my parents in America, my grandparents in America, I have nothing in Africa. There is no way I could just wake up and go back to Africa. So, I want you to think about this. These are two views. I do understand you guys when you say America is home. But ask yourself, are you happy with home or with the place you call home? Personally, I come from Africa. That's where I was born. I just relocated here when now I'm just an old man. But I see things and I'm like, you know what? Maybe Africa is better. Africa may not be the richest, like in architecture or infrastructures, finances, economics, or anything. But there's that sense of belonging that you get when you're in Africa. I mean, you move freely without thinking of whether you're too dark, or if I'm too dark, this may happen to me. Well, there are things that surprise me also, that question whether Black Americans really feel at home here in America. There was a video I was watching on TikTok of a young Black man who was ganged up by some random people because he was passing through a neighborhood. He was walking through, I don't know whether he stays in the neighborhood, but based on the video, it looks like he stays in the neighborhood, but they were asking him what he was doing there. Even if you stay in a neighborhood, even if you don't stay in a neighborhood, it is not valid to ask someone why are they walking on a public road. So I saw that and it made me question whether Black Americans really feel 100% happy like here. I mean, let me give you my opinion. Like, this is something I've never seen in Africa, like someone to tell you, why are you walking on this road? Even if you don't stay in that neighborhood, in Africa, no one can ask you that. You move freely wherever you want to. It's only when maybe you commit a crime that people get concerned and they have to apply some force on you. But aside from that, if you're just walking, no one is going to stop you. No one is going to ask you such questions. Why are you moving here? Why are you walking here? Where do you come from? It's nothing, and you're not going to find it anywhere. Well, it was Mike and Lisa giving you their sides of the story. Now it's your turn to join the conversation. Just like I told you, there are things that we can arrange, you can have a respectful debate as Black people. Both Africans and Black Americans, we can try to understand each other. Before we judge each other, let us try to understand each other. So that's my research and it's ongoing. I want to understand Blacks in the diaspora. Some may say we don't want to go to Africa. It's not where we belong. So it's better to come closer to them and ask them why. Do you have a specific reason? I mean, it's evident. I mean, it's obvious that even if it was me born in Jamaica or in the Caribbean, I would have no connection with Africa. But well, all in all, Black people in the diaspora, you're welcome to Africa. And we long for the day you're going to come home. You may not come to stay fully, but you can come home and see how it looks. I know some of you are not comfortable when I call it home, because some don't like it when I call it home. But everyone has a home. Whether you like your home or you don't like your home, it remains your home. I've seen people who have been in toxic families where they even get to leave and never come back. But no matter how many years you run from your home, it will remain your home. Thank you.